This is Fons Zwegers, founder of Kyboka Outdoor Carts and Gear. Kyboka is a small Dutch company with big ideas. A friend who loves the great outdoors came to Fons one day and said, "I want to travel light, but I simply need my gear wherever I go. Please think of something, dude." So Fons had a look at existing carts. They're way too heavy. They're way too big, way too clumsy. They lack proper steering, they're heavy to tow. They don't really fit in a car, you can't attach them to a bike, and you can't fold them up and hang them on a wall. Fons met with a prototype builder, an expert in strollers, for a cup of tea, and said to him, "Do you think we can create a versatile outdoor utility cart? A heavy-duty but lightweight and foldable wagon that maneuvers easily? That looks cool too? Sure thing, when you design it, I will build it." Which turned out to be the beginning of the company. Fons got himself a workspace and cancelled his social life. He decided to start from zero. He made sketches, more sketches and even more sketches. They built models and full-scale prototypes, tested them, improved them, got feedback, improved them even more. Eventually, they obtained all the essential patents. Then he began looking for partners and suppliers. He flew to Taiwan, teamed up with a local design team in outdoor gear, and connected to suppliers from the bicycle industry, and finally manufactured a sample batch of Kyboka carts. Back home, he started the online shop, and now Kyboka is ready for business. With the Kyboka, Fons has developed an amazing product. Whether you go sailing, fishing, camping, picnicking, or even kite surfing, this utility cart really does make life easier and more fun. In an urban setting too, the Kyboka is the ideal companion. You'll set it up in seconds. Dismounted parts can easily be attached elsewhere on the Kyboka cart, keeping everything together as one package. It only weighs 12.5 kilos. The Kyboka is built to last. It has a capacity of 135 liters and a payload of 50 kilos. It has been ergonomically designed, which means that you need very little energy to keep it moving. No matter what surface, rock, mud, sand, you can leave the Kyboka outside as it is weatherproof. It's easy to store, it's easy to transport. And of course there are extras, the unique bike adapter, for example. And don't you agree that it looks awesome? Sounds like he's got it made, no? Well, yes and no. Fons wants to go to the next level, mass production. It's his aim to produce in large quantities so he can buy materials at a lower price and invest in production tools and manufacturing. At the same time, he plans to widen his distribution to make sure that everybody who wants a Kyboka can actually get one. To realize this goal, he needs your help. Please support this project and share it among your friends and peers. With your backing, the Kyboka will be on a roll in no time.
What if you could capture the energy of the sun and store it in a simple box?
The Sunbox is a simple box that captures the energy of the sun via the solar panel on the front of the box. On the back of the box, there's an AC receptacle that you can plug in your favorite devices like a fan or Christmas lights. I'm Seth Meyer, and I've been designing and building solar power systems and devices throughout my career. The inspiration for the Sunbox was to simplify the implementation of solar to make it easy for anyone to use.
Having seen the complexity of existing options, I knew there was a better way. Traditional solar power systems require an electrical engineer to design, an electrician to install, and there are many parts and pieces to the system. It normally requires a permit from the city, a net metering agreement with the utility company, and at least 2 months for the whole process of getting solar. Even after all of that work, it is, in the end, dependent on the grid. A traditional solar power system will not work when the grid is down, even during the day when the sun is shining. The Sunbox is grid-free. It stays on day and night. The Sunbox is a complete, self-contained solar power generator in a box. It captures solar energy and stores it. Comes with everything you need: a solar panel, batteries, charge controller, inverter, and it has a AC receptacle on the back to plug in the devices that you want to run. The Sunbox is modular. It allows multiple boxes to be connected together. If your power needs increase in the future, all you need to do is just add another box. The Sunbox is completely portable. You can take it with you. Unlike a grid-tied system, a box or two can be removed from your house and repurposed to serve your cabin or any other application you have.
The Sunbox has Wi-Fi in it so that we can measure power consumption, battery charge, and solar production. You can see all the individual usage information on your Sunbox at sunbox.com or from your mobile phone.
One of the things that I love most about the Sunbox is that unlike a traditional solar array where you need to spend between $20,000 to $50,000 to power your home, you can get started with just one Sunbox for under $1,000.
The Sunbox qualifies for the federal 30% tax credit. You may also qualify for state incentives. Check the Desire website to find out. After 2 years of development and over 8 stages of prototyping, the Sunbox is now ready.
Hey everyone, my name is Ashley Long. I am a photographer, videographer. I have a production company and I recently started up a travel vlog. I had 2 problems that I'm sure many of you are very familiar with. The first was that my computer never had enough storage. And the second, my computer was way too slow. So like most people, I assumed that getting a new computer would fix this, but it didn't. My editor and I went out and bought the fastest laptops on the market, and they were still too slow.
So it turns out almost every computer is limited by its hard drive speed. So we researched what the pros are doing, and almost all of them use something called a RAID array. The problem is it's way too big, it costs thousands of dollars, your media isn't safe, and it's still too slow. That's when we realized that we had to create our own solution.
This is the Thunder Drive. It's the smallest, fastest, most compatible drive we could imagine. It runs at 570 megs per second, which maxes out your USB cord. That means this little drive is as fast as all 5 of these combined. To make your computer faster, you just plug in the Thunder Drive and move your files over. And this isn't just for old computers. These are 2 of the fastest laptops on the market, and they're able to play several 4K videos at once. With the Thunder Drive, this one is now 2 times faster. So if you want even more speed, the Thunder Drive has 2 ports and works with Thunderbolt 3 and USB. Most computers don't have enough storage. The Thunder Drive can give you up to 1,000 gigabytes of additional storage. And because it's not a spinning disk, your files will be much safer.
I can't imagine having to run our photo and video businesses without these. They pay for themselves on a weekly basis, they've made us more creative, and now we're delivering work right after starting it instead of right before it's due.
Greetings, folks. I'm Fred Markin, and I have a small organic farm, and I have a rather large garden that I use the gas-powered tiller in. And one day, I'm looking at this thing, and I'm saying, I only want one of those tillers. So, I started playing around with the concept of developing a small, lightweight tiller. And this is where it was created, in a barn. This replaces the garden hoe. And there are so many different garden hoes out there. And it's something that when you're in the house, you say, well, I'm going to go out to the garden and hoe. You just kind of like, I don't think I want to do that. But when you have the Royal Weeder, you want to do it because it's so easy. What I really am impressed with the Royal Weeder is that it's only 3 pounds, 2 ounces. Rechargeable battery, 30 minutes. It only takes less than an hour to charge it totally. So one of our objectives here was, number one, to keep it light, because this is for a lot of master gardeners and seniors. And then also the other thing is that there's a lot of electric devices in the hardware store that have cords to it, so it really doesn't allow your movement very much, especially if your garden's out in the back there. So we worked on getting a very strong battery, and we have a very strong motor. This thing is 10 amps. It grinds through just about anything, which was very surprising to me how strong it was. But it's a lightweight tiller. It's very strong, and it impressed me with even digging in very hard soil. It's not something I recommend all the time. Usually you want to till your soil, and then this gets the little weeds out from getting big. Because once they get big, you know what it's like to having to pull those things out. What I really like about this is blending in fertilizer and compost, because you can just throw the fertilizer on the plant, but it's nice to get it in the soil so the water gets down into it and sinks into the roots. So, delightful tool. Our goal is to get these in the hands of every gardener out there, because it's such a useful tool, and I think it's going to be very well received.